Hey, what's up, everybody? I know it's 5:02 now. I had a little technical difficulties before starting the video. Welcome to Live at 5. This is episode 9. It's hard to believe. It seems like just last week that we started doing these. Episode 9 is going to be a video that is done by request of one of our bailiffs, Melissa. And Melissa wanted me to do a video on how to dress for court. Which is interesting because it seems like to most people that should be a pretty easy thing to know or to understand, but it's more complicated, or it seems to be harder than you would think. The bailiffs are the ones that are primarily in charge of enforcing the dress code at court, and so I understand why Melissa would make that request. So Melissa, I appreciate you putting the word in my ear, and hopefully we'll have something enjoyable for everyone. When I put this, I was trying to think, because it is a holiday weekend, I figured that probably not going to get a ton of people watching this. Everybody's going to be busy with family and friends doing stuff. And so I just wanted something light and easy. But then when I put it out on Facebook that I'd be talking about how to dress for court, I got a lot of responses. So it seems to be something that people have a lot of opinions about and a lot of funny stories to share. So if you've got something interesting, if you've been in court and you've seen an example of how not to dress for court, go ahead and leave that in the comments. I will tell you, I'm going to try and steer clear of using specific examples in this video. Because I do have a lot of them, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm intentionally trying to single out anyone or trying to make fun of anybody. That's not what I'm trying to do. I really am trying to be helpful with this video, and more importantly, that's not the kind of lawyer that I am. I'm not in there, making fun of people that are unprepared for court or that are not dressed appropriately or something like that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. But first, before we do that, I showed the video for the 4th of July last time. I'm going to give some people a chance to get in on the live video here. And I thought what I would do for about 30 seconds, I want to show you a new video that we put out. This is actually one that has actual footage of Carteret County. Got a video of Emerald Isle, another video of Harkers Island, which is where I'm from, and another video of Front Street in Beaufort. And actually my brother shot the drone footage of Front Street in Beaufort. So I want to show you this new video, and then after this 30-second video, we'll jump into what to wear to court or how to dress for court. Alright, so I'm a fan of that video. You can check it out. I've got it in vertical format as well on Instagram, and it's actually my cover video on Facebook, so you can check it out at the top of my Facebook page or also on my YouTube channel. So, alright, what to wear to court? Well, first, let's talk about why this even matters. Here's why it matters. For the most part, especially in district court in Carteret County, 90-something% of the people that are going to be showing up to court have not actually hurt anyone. They haven't injured anybody. They haven't killed anybody. They haven't stabbed anyone else like that. For the most part, you're there because of a traffic infraction or something minor. And it can be easy to mistake the fact that it's not a serious charge with, it can be easy to believe that since your charge isn't extremely serious, that the setting and that the process is not serious. And so you think, oh, well, it's just a speeding ticket. What do I need to get dressed up for? Well, you're completely wrong about that. you need to prepare for court in a way that is going to prepare you to get sorry about the light coming in right now, but this, I just noticed it there on the bottom of the screen. You want to prepare for court in a way that's going to give you every advantage possible. And you want to show the people who matter in court that you take that seriously. And I can't think of anything. In fact, I can think of two things. Two things that show that it's not a big deal to you. Number one is showing up to court without a lawyer. And number two is showing up to court dressed casually. Both of those things are a signal to the courthouse staff, to the district attorney, to the judge, to the other people in court, to the bailiffs, that this is no big deal for you. And if that's your attitude going into court, then you run the very substantial risk of having someone there in court showing you that it is a big deal. And that's not going to be to your advantage. So that's the short version of why you should care about court, or about how you dress for court. Now, the district attorney in district court in Carteret County, he will often go over a list of what I call the floor, the bottom, the bare minimum that you need to do to be dressed appropriately for court. And that is stuff like, don't wear shorts to court. That should be obvious. Don't wear flip-flops to court. Don't wear tank tops to court. Don't go into court with sunglasses on your head. Now, they will tell you to tuck in your shirt as well, which, again, is just a way of showing more respect for the situation and the people and the setting that you find yourself in. So that's the bare minimum. And if I feel like the quote on Office Space, if you're fine with just the bare minimum, then by all means just show up in, whatever pants and a t-shirt tucked into your pants with whatever open or whatever closed-toe shoes that you have. But if what you're going after is the best possible outcome and leaving the best possible impression on the people in court whose opinion about you matters, then you need to dress formally. And I'm not talking about, you're not going to the royal wedding with tails on. You don't need to show up with a black tie and a tuxedo. But you do need to treat this as formal a setting as you will ever be in, short of a wedding. And that's technically true. It's literally true. When you think about formal attire and what it is for, formal settings, what is more formal? That being something that is characterized by tradition, by certain rituals, by the way that certain people dress. There's a reason that the judge comes in dressed in black. There's a reason that the attorneys show up dressed in suits. There's a reason that the inmates come in dressed in orange. The way that you dress is a signal, and most often in formal settings, the way that you dress is a signal to everyone of where you belong in this setting. And you want to give the impression when you show up to court that you belong with the people who have their stuff together, the people who take this seriously, and the people who are trying to get the best possible outcome. So that's a much longer version. Here's how I would break it down for men and women. And again, I can really only give concrete advice to the men out there that are preparing for court. If there are any females that would like to opine on this about the appropriate dress for women in court, then be my guest. I do have an opinion, but here's generally what I would say. If you're a guy and you have court, you need to show up to court with a tie on, at a minimum. If you have a suit, wear a suit. Otherwise, wear a nice button-up shirt, wear a tie, wear pressed slacks, and wear dress shoes. That is a way of showing that you are someone that respects the setting, you appreciate the trouble that you're in, even if it's only minor trouble, like with a speeding ticket or something. You appreciate the process, you respect the people there, and that you are taking it seriously enough to to do more than just simply wake up, throw on some clothes, and go to court. My advice for the ladies out there, again, I don't have any hard and fast rule like show up with a tie or slacks or a suit like I would tell men. But what I can tell you is that the things that the bailiffs and the judges and others are looking for and that you should avoid are things like wearing clothing that's too revealing, too short, too tight, too casual. Don't show up in sweatpants. Look, whatever the suit and tie equivalent for a lady would be. That might be a business suit. It might be wearing a dress. It might be wearing a conservative skirt with a with a button-up shirt or blouse. Whatever the equivalent to the shirt and tie for a guy, that's what you should wear. And again, it's that's not the advice that they're going to give you when you walk through the door, because they're just telling you the minimum that you got to do just to get past the bailiffs and just to get into court. But I want to give you the advice that is going to get you beyond that, but that's going to help you leave the best impression on the people there who are, in a very real way, going to determine your future. It might be the future of your driving record. It might be the future of your criminal record. It might be whether or not you go to jail or not. And I can tell you that in 5 years, and let's say if I've gone to court 200, 250 times a year in the past 5 years, so we're talking over 1,000 court appearances. In over 1,000, excuse me, in over 1,000 court appearances, I can tell you that I have seen things like people who show up to court dressed appropriately, dressed professionally, dressed respectfully. I have seen them given the benefit of the doubt, and even have people, judges, DAs, lawyers, bailiffs, courthouse staff, tell them, look, we're doing this because obviously you're taking this very seriously. You've dressed up for court, and so we're gonna help you out. So anyway, that is take that for what it's worth. I think that you can make a big mistake with how you dress to court or dress for court. You can show up being completely disrespectful. You can, and there are examples of people showing up to court with evidence in the way that they dress that would strongly suggest that they did what they were accused of. And I'll let your imagination tell you what that kind of thing might look at. So there are huge mistakes that you can make when going to court, but I'm trying to give you advantages for how to prepare yourself best to get yourself the best outcome. So anyway, thanks for watching. We're going on about 15 minutes now. If y'all have any examples or questions about dressing for court, leave them in the comments. Obviously, if you're not following my Facebook page, if you follow the page, you'll get automatic updates next time that we go live. I'm also on Instagram at /Call Hancock. I'm on Twitter or at Call Hancock, and also you can look at my YouTube page and see some of the videos like the ones that we or the one that we shared today. So look forward to seeing y'all next week. Hope everybody has a safe and happy weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, y'all.